Um, Hello, students. Welcome to the um, third video of the ALKANOLS series. In the last video, we were able to talk about some examples of ALKANOLS, and I want to believe you understood it to a good extent. But in this video now, I would like us to explore more examples. Then we will see if we can delve into the IU pack nomenclature for ALKANOLS. It is my wish that at the end of the day, you would have learned the structures of the different examples of ALKANOLS very well. Let me also appeal that if you're watching this video on YouTube, just help us click on that subscribe button, and then you turn on notifications so that when we post this video, you'll be notified. All right, so now let's continue from where we stopped at in the last video. I want us to further look at these examples, and then see where we can take it up to. Now, let us look at this structure. Butan 2-ol. It's an extension of where we stopped at the last video. So I'm going to number it D. Okay? So if you want to do butan 2-ol, you know but from the first video, it means 4 carbon atoms. Okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you fix your bonds the way I taught you in the first video. All right. So now the ol, which I told you is OH, belongs to carbon number 2. Okay. So you take the OH and put it on carbon number 2. You count from this side. That is carbon number 1, carbon number 2. Then you put the AH on the second carbon atom. Then the remaining bonds will now be occupied by hydrogen, like I taught you in the last video. So we have this. So you see what we have now. So it's complete. This is the Kekule structure. But the line structure will now be, we have C, H3, we have C, H2, we have, now, C, this C is carrying the OH. So you put the OH there. The hydrogen now, you bring it here. Okay, now we have the last one, CH3. This is an extension of what we discussed in the last class. All right. So now, let me give you another example before we extend the work. Let us draw the structure of pentan 3-ol. Pentan 3-ol. Now you remember that pentan means, pent means 5, like I told you in the first video. Pent means 5. So we put 5 carbon atoms. Okay? Then we complete the bonds like I explained to you in the last video. Now, from last example, we had 2 or. Now we have 3 or. The O means that the OH now belongs to carbon number 3. Okay? So I count from here, carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3. I put the OH. The rest will now be occupied by hydrogen. You see that? So now we can summarize it. CH3, okay? CH2, CHOH, CH2, and then CH3. You see the structure now. So I believe it is clear about where you put your ol, which is the OH, in your study of alkanols. Now, let us extend it a bit further. Let us draw this structure. Let's do propan 1,2 diol. Propan 1,2 diol. Okay? Now, if you look at this, now you see I have a di now. Di means 2. The ol is OH, means I have double OH now. Meanwhile, prop means 3 carbon atoms. So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay? You complete the bonds. Alright? Now, if you want to now do propan 1,2 diol, and this I have double OH here. And then the first one of the OH is on carbon number 1, another OH is on carbon number 2. So we now have, you put OH on carbon number 1, this is carbon number 1. Okay? You now put another OH or carbon number 2. You see it? 1 ol and 2 ol. Then the remaining bonds will now be occupied by hydrogen, and that is propan 1,2 diol. Is it clear? So diol means double OH. Then 1 and 2 means one of the OH should be on number 1, and the other OH should be on number what? 2. I hope it is clear. You can summarize it like this: CH 1, 2, 3, like I have explained to you before. CH, okay? You now put this OH here. Then we now have C12 H2 OH. You see it now. This is propan 1,2 diol. Now, let me also bring up another example so that I can digest this thing now and introduce the IUPAC nomenclature. Now let's quickly draw the structure of propan 1, 2, 3 triol. Propan 1, 2, 3 triol. Okay. Now, this triol now means I have 3 of the OH. Then 1 OH be on carbon number 1, 1 OH on carbon number 2, and that OH on carbon number 3. So we now have this 1, 2, 3. You complete the bonds like I taught you before. Okay. Now you start fixing it. 1 ol, 2 ol, 3 ol. That is triol, 3 of them. So you put OH on carbon number 1. Put OH on carbon number 2. This OH, if you don't like it to be up, you can put it down. They are the same thing. Then another OH on carbon number 3. Then the other bonds will now be occupied by hydrogen. So you can summarize it as CH 1, 2, OH, CH, OH, then CH2, OH. So this is 1, 2, this is 1, and this is 1, 2. You put your OH. That is propan 1, 2, 3 triol. So I believe these 3 examples will help you to understand what we mean when we give you certain structures of alkanols to draw. All right. So with this, at least anything you ask to, any alkanol you ask to draw, you should be able to draw it. In the next video, we will now talk about the IUPAC nomenclature for alkanols. So please, you can do well to check the next video to continue your study of alkanols. I hope to see you in the next video. And please make sure you click on the subscribe button for us. Thank you very much.